Hello, English learners, and welcome to SpeakPod. My name is Marco.
I'm Amira.
Amira and I are here today with an interesting lesson about a hotel situation. Amira, why don't you give us a little bit more information?
Well, the situation is taking place in a hotel, and someone is checking in and is obtaining an upgrade.
An upgrade. Okay, that's an interesting word. Why don't we listen to the dialogue and then we'll come back and explain all this vocabulary.
Good afternoon. What can I do for you?
I'd like to check in, please. I have a reservation under the name Anthony Roberts.
All right. Roberts. Oh, Mr. Roberts, we've been expecting you. And here is your key card to the presidential suite.
But there must be some mistake. My reservation was for a standard room.
Are you sure? Let me double check.
Yeah, here, this is my confirmation number.
You're right, Mr. Roberts. There seems to be a mix-up. Unfortunately, we're overbooked at the moment.
So...
Not to worry. We're pleased to offer you a complimentary upgrade.
Woohoo! Presidential suite, baby!
Okay, everyone. That is nice, huh?
Yeah, the guy is really excited that he's gonna get the presidential suite.
Yes, there's some interesting phrases and vocabulary items here, and I know, Marco, you want to talk about some of them.
Right. The first one, and this is really useful for all of our listeners who travel a lot. This phrase will come in handy, and it is, I have a reservation under the name.
Under the name.
Under the name.
Under the name.
So before we explain this phrase, let's listen to some examples on how it is used in other situations, and then we'll come back and give you more information.
My secretary made a reservation under my name.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't have a reservation under that name.
Do you have a reservation under the name Smith?
All right, some really good examples there on how we could use this phrase in other situations, but just in case, let me explain it real fast. Under the name means that when you go to the restaurant or a hotel and you tell them your name, they know that you are the person that they have been expecting. They have been waiting.
Yes. Well, I have chosen another useful phrase for you, and it is mix up.
Mix up.
Mix up.
Mix up.
There seems to be a mix up. Before we talk about this phrase, let's listen to some examples of how it is used.
There was a mix-up at the airport and my bags were sent to Antarctica.
I'm sorry, sir. There's been a terrible mix-up. We've given you the wrong baby.
Okay, that was useful and funny.
Yeah, that's the baby situation.
Oh my God, imagine that happening.
Yeah, I know.
Well, guys, so a mix-up is a confusion or a misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well put.
All right, Marco, what do you have for us?
Okay, the next word that we should take a look at is overbooked.
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 Overbooked. What does that mean?
So if a hotel or a flight is overbooked, it means that they are full. They are more than full.
Right, so they cannot accept any more people.
Exactly.
Okay, now why is this phrase useful?
Because it happens all the time.
There's so many other situations where you can use this word or hear it from other native English speakers. For example, a bus or a train can be overbooked.
Exactly, that's really common. Okay, let's take a look at the last phrase for today, and that is complimentary upgrade.
Complimentary upgrade.
Complimentary upgrade.
Complimentary upgrade.
So this means that, for example, when the hotel is overbooked and all of their standard rooms are full, they will give you a better room, a more expensive room, but free.
Yes, because it was not your fault.
Right. This also happens sometimes, if you're lucky, on airplane flights.
Yes.
So if you are in economy class and an airplane, but for some reason it's overbooked, they will move you to business class or first class for free.
I have a similar story, but I'm not going to tell you about it now. For now, let's go and listen to the dialogue one more time, and when we come back, we'll talk some more.
Good afternoon. What can I do for you?
I'd like to check in, please. I have a reservation under the name Anthony Roberts.
All right. Roberts. Oh, Mr. Roberts, we've been expecting you. And here is your key card to the presidential suite.
But there must be some mistake. My reservation was for a standard room.
Are you sure? Let me double check.
Yeah, here, this is my confirmation number.
You're right, Mr. Roberts. There seems to be a mix-up. Unfortunately, we're overbooked at the moment.
So...
Not to worry. We're pleased to offer you a complimentary upgrade.
Woohoo! Presidential suite, baby!
I love listening to this dialogue. It's just so nice to see that someone is enjoying his upgrade so much, huh?
Yeah, especially since he was expecting just a really normal room and now he's gonna be treated like a king.
So, Marco, have you ever gotten a complimentary upgrade?
Yes, I did. When I was traveling through India, I bought a normal seat in the train, but for some reason, it was overbooked. So I talked to the station manager and I got a complimentary upgrade to first class.
I had a similar experience as well. I was flying from Shanghai to Qatar and I actually had an economy seat, but for some reason they just upgraded me and I was so happy.
Oh, really? Like,
Yes.
It wasn't overbooked?
Well, I'm not sure because normally the night flight is not that full, but they upgraded me for some reason and I was so happy. It was an upgrade to first class.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yes.
I would prefer a first class upgrade on an airplane. Yeah, any day.
Well, you know what really amazed me was like the food you get there. You know, you have a 5-course meal.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And you get all the drinks you can get, right?
Exactly.
Wow, I would be really happy there. All right, everyone, we're out of time today, but be sure to listen tomorrow because we'll be back again with another great podcast. And also, don't forget to go to our website at englishpod.com and leave us all your questions and comments in our community forum.
Yes, and we would also appreciate your suggestions. And I hope you enjoyed the lesson today. And Marco and I will be back tomorrow with another great lesson for you. But for now, it's bye.
The second paragraph of the dialogue.
All right, let's get those suitcases ready, because today we're taking a deep dive into hotel check-in phrases.
The kind that can make your arrival smoother than, well, smoother than a silk sheet.
Yeah, and hey, maybe even score you an unexpected upgrade.
Like Marco in India.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Marco?
Marco? Yeah, you managed to get bumped up to first class on a train.
Just by knowing how to talk to the station manager.
When his train was overbooked.
Exactly. It wasn't just luck. It was knowing the right phrases to use.
To confidently navigate a tricky situation.
And that's what we're aiming for today.
Yeah.
Giving you the linguistic tools to check in like a pro.
Even when things go a little sideways.
Yeah, because let's be honest, who hasn't had a hotel mix-up or dreamt of hearing those magic words, complimentary upgrade?
Oh, yeah.
So today, we're breaking down the essential phrases that can make those dreams a reality.
Okay, so let's start with the foundation.
All right.
Reservation under the name.
That phrase is your passport to a smooth check-in.
It's like the secret handshake.
Yeah, it instantly signals that the hotel is expecting you and has all your details prepped and ready.
It's like saying, here I am, as promised.
Yeah.
Treat me right.
And here's what's interesting.
Okay.
This phrase isn't limited to hotels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, imagine you're at a fancy restaurant with a reservation, or maybe you're picking up tickets for a sold-out show.
Okay.
That same phrase, reservation under the name, works like a charm in all sorts of situations.
I like that.
It's all about establishing that you're expected and that someone's got your back.
Like having a VIP pass to smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've nailed the check-in, but what about when things go wrong? Enter the dreaded mix-up.
Mix-ups are those moments when things go hilariously or frustratingly wrong.
Right.
Dialogue.
Think of it as a catch-all term for any kind of error or confusion.
Like a misplaced luggage tag or a double-booked appointment?
Remember that story from the source material about the babies getting switched at the hospital?
Oh, gosh, I can't even imagine. Talk about a mix-up.
Thankfully, most mix-ups we encounter are a little less dramatic.
Right.
But still knowing how to express this in English is essential for travelers.
Yeah.
It gives you the power to explain situations clearly and get things back on track.
It's about taking control of the situation, even when things feel out of control.
Precisely.
And then there's the word that sends shivers down every traveler's spine.
Especially when you're exhausted and just want to collapse on a bed, overbooked.
Ugh.
Overbooked simply means there's more demand than supply.
Right.
The hotel, the flight, the restaurant, they've accepted more reservations than they have space for.
Yeah.
It's a frustrating reality of our busy world, but understanding the concept is the first step to navigating it successfully.
It's like that feeling when you show up for a concert and it's already packed to the rafters.
And it's not just hotels, right?
Right.
Overbooking happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Think about buses, trains, even those popular spin classes at the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Knowing this word in English equips you to understand these situations and potentially find a workaround.
So it's a universal concept, and understanding it gives you a sense of agency even when you're caught in the middle of a chaotic situation.
Absolutely.
Speaking of chaos, let's flip the script and talk about a delightful kind of chaos.
I like it.
The complimentary upgrade.
Ah, yes. The upgrade. That unexpected moment of delight when you get something better than what you paid for.
A bigger room, a better seat, an extra scoop of ice cream, whatever it is. It
Yeah.
feels like a little gift from the universe.
And sometimes it's just a matter of being in the right place at the right time, like Mira,
Oh, yeah, Amira.
who got a surprise first-class flight upgrade from Shanghai to Qatar.
Wow.
5-course meal, free-flowing drinks. It sounds like a dream.
It makes you wonder what triggered that upgrade, doesn't it?
I know, right? Did she just radiate good vibes? Was it a frequent flyer perk? We might never know the secret formula.
Right.
But her story shows that amazing things can happen when you least expect them.
Okay, so we've got the power phrases for both smooth sailing and navigating choppy waters.
That's right.
But how can we use them effectively to make our hotel check-in a breeze?
That's what we'll be unpacking in part 2 of this deep dive.
Stay tuned.
I can't wait.
All right.
Welcome back to our deep dive.
Into mastering those hotel check-in phrases.
We've got those power phrases ready.
Yeah, it's like we've packed our linguistic suitcase
I like that.
with all the essentials.
Okay.
Now let's navigate that airport of hotel check-in.
With confidence and style.
All right, so let's imagine you've arrived at the hotel.
You've confidently uttered that phrase.
Reservation under the name.
Yes.
And you're ready to settle in, but then the unexpected happens.
Oh, no.
Your room isn't ready yet.
Happens all the time.
So what's the magic phrase to gracefully handle this situation?
Simple and direct is often best.
Okay.
Try. When will the room be ready?
Vocabulary
point.
preview.
It conveys your need for information without any unnecessary fuss.
But what if you're in a rush and need to freshen up before heading out?
In that case, a polite, "Are there any restrooms I could use while I wait?" shows that you're proactive and respectful of the hotel's space.
It's all about being assertive, yet courteous, even when you're tired and just want to unpack.
Exactly. Now let's say you've finally gotten your room key.
You're excited to settle in.
But when you open the door, something's amiss.
Oh.
Maybe the room type is wrong or there's a maintenance issue.
That makes you cringe a mix-up moment.
Don't panic. Take a deep breath, head back to the front desk, and calmly explain the situation.
Okay.
You can say something like, "Excuse me, there seems to be a problem with my room. I booked a room type, but this is a different room type."
So clearly state what you booked and what you actually received.
Precisely. And remember, a calm and polite demeanor goes a long way.
Right.
The staff is there to help, and they'll be more receptive if you approach them with respect.
Now let's talk about those pesky charges that sometimes sneak onto your bill.
You know those mini bar snacks you swore you didn't touch? Or the mysterious resort fees that weren't mentioned anywhere?
The dreaded hidden charges.
If you notice something on your bill that seems off, don't hesitate to ask for clarification.
Right.
A simple, "Could you please explain this charge?" or "I'm not sure what this charge is for," will get the conversation started.
Always better to clarify up front than to fume about it later.
Absolutely. Most hotels are happy to explain their billing policies and will gladly adjust any errors. Transparency is key to building trust.
Okay. But let's not dwell on the negative.
Right.
Let's talk about those times when the stars align and you hear those magical words, complimentary upgrade.
Ooh.
What's the most gracious way to accept this unexpected gift?
A sincere "thank you so much, I really appreciate this," goes a long way. It shows that you're genuinely grateful for their generosity and that you value good service.
And maybe a little victory dance in the privacy of your upgraded room.
Why not? You've earned it. But speaking of earning it, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about those travelers who seem to effortlessly navigate hotel check-ins.
And maybe even score a few upgrades along the way.
What are their secrets?
Spill the tea? Or are they just naturally charming?
Well,
Do they have some kind of secret handshake with the hotel staff?
I wouldn't say it's about secret handshakes, but there are definitely some common traits among those who seem to master the art of hotel check-in.
Okay.
One key factor is preparation.
Yeah.
They do their research beforehand, reading reviews, checking hotel policies, and having all their confirmation details readily available.
So they're not fumbling through emails or scrambling for printouts at the last minute.
Exactly. They're efficient, which makes the check-in process smoother for both themselves and the hotel staff.
Okay.
And speaking of efficiency, I'd be remiss not to mention the power of loyalty programs.
Oh, yeah. Those are good.
Being a member of a hotel's loyalty program often comes with perks like priority check-in, late checkout, and even room upgrades.
Depending on your membership level, it's like having a secret weapon in your travel toolkit.
Precisely. But perhaps the most potent weapon of savvy travelers is their ability to communicate effectively. They know how to articulate their needs and concerns clearly and politely, while also expressing appreciation for the staff's efforts.
So it's not just about the words you use, but also the way you deliver them. Confidence, courtesy, and a genuine smile can make all the difference.
Absolutely. It's all about creating a positive and respectful interaction, which can go a long way in making your hotel stay a truly enjoyable experience.
All right, listeners, we've covered a lot of ground here, from handling mix-ups to scoring upgrades, but we want to hear from you.
Yeah?
What are your tried and true tips for navigating hotel check-ins? Welcome back to the final leg of our hotel check-in deep dive.
Think of this as the finishing touches.
Yeah.
The subtle nuances that can elevate your check-in game from good to exceptional.
Okay, so let's paint a picture. You're at the front desk, everything's going smoothly, but you have a special request.
Like you'd love a room with a view, or you're desperate for those extra pillows.
Exactly how do you make those requests without sounding too demanding?
It's all about phrasing and tone.
Oh.
Instead of stating your desires as demands,
Right.
try a more suggestive approach.
Hmm.
For example, you could say, "If possible, I'd love a room with a view. It would make my stay even more memorable."
So it's about framing it as a preference, a gentle nudge in the right direction.
Right. And a little charm never hurts, right?
Of course not.
A genuine smile and a friendly demeanor can work wonders.
A little personality.
And don't underestimate the power of a personal touch.
Okay.
Mentioning a special occasion or simply expressing your excitement for your stay can make all the difference.
Like adding a sprinkle of warmth.
Yeah.
Okay, fast forward to the end of your stay.
It's checkout time.
Maybe you're in a bit of a rush to catch a flight or a train.
Even amidst the morning hustle and bustle, it's crucial to maintain your composure and follow proper checkout etiquette.
So what are some key phrases to ensure a smooth and efficient checkout, even when you're feeling the time crunch?
A simple, "I'd like to check out, please," signals your intention. Clearly have your room number ready and be prepared to provide any other necessary information.
Like your credit card.
For incidentals.
Speaking of incidentals, what about those last-minute charges that can sometimes pop up?
You know, the ones that leave you scratching your head?
Yeah, wondering if you accidentally ordered a midnight feast from room service.
If you have any questions about your bill, don't hesitate to ask for a breakdown.
Okay.
A polite, "Could you please go over the charges with me?" will give you the clarity you need before finalizing that payment.
It's always better to address any discrepancies up front rather than having that nagging feeling later.
And finally, never underestimate the power of a sincere thank you.
Right.
A simple thank you for a wonderful stay or everyone was so helpful, I really appreciate it, leaves a positive, lasting impression.
It's a reminder that good manners and appreciation go a long way.
Even in the fast-paced world of travel.
Well said.
As we wrap up this deep dive, let's take a moment to reflect on all we've learned.
We've unpacked those essential phrases for seamless hotel check-ins, from those first words at the front desk to those parting words as you bid farewell.
We've explored how to handle mix-ups gracefully, how to request special favors with finesse, and even how to score those coveted upgrades.
And remember, effective communication is about more than just words. It's about confidence, courtesy, and that genuine human connection that can turn a mundane transaction into a memorable experience.
So the next time you find yourself at a hotel check-in desk, remember all the tools we've shared.
Approach the counter with confidence, knowing that you have the linguistic skills to navigate any situation.
From smooth sailing to choppy waters.
And who knows, maybe you'll even find yourself sipping champagne in a luxurious suite, all thanks to your newfound check-in mastery. Safe travels, everyone.
Until our next deep dive, remember to explore the world with curiosity, kindness, and a readiness to embrace every adventure that comes your way.